Dricus Du Plessis and Sean Strickland, they're going to obviously fight a second time. So how do you think that's going to go down?
O Strickland e o Du Plessis vão lutar a segunda vez. Como é que você acha que essa luta vai ser?
Bom, eles lutaram uma vez já, né? Com certeza ali, pô, são dois grandes lutadores que estão evoluindo e corrigindo, né? Tudo que vem fazendo. Também não dá pra saber, é difícil assim, opinar dessas lutas, né? Mas foi uma luta assim meio parelha, então não dá pra saber ali quem leva essa. Mas vou estar torcendo pro Sean Strickland.
Well, being out here since they fought, both been involving a lot, practicing a lot, so it's kind of hard to say because it could be a very even fight, but I'm rooting for Strickland.
A fighter that you're familiar with is Sean Strickland, who's obviously out of Extreme Couture.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's going to get the shot next against Dricus Du Plessis. So I just wanted your thoughts on the rematch between the two and how you think it's going to play out.
Well, obviously Sean's one of my guys, and I'm a big Sean fan. He's an amazing competitor. He's an amazing guy in the gym, a great training partner. I mean, as somebody as part of your team, he has everything you want there. I like his chances in that fight. I'm going to be behind him 100%. I'm glad it's happening in February, and he's getting back in there.
And Dricus Du Plessis, another guy that you're no stranger to.
Yeah.
With the back and forth, and Sean Strickland too. That looks like that's happening in February. How do you think that fight goes down the weekend?
I mean, Sean Strickland sucks, right? I think all he does is teep kick you. So I think Dricus is going to have a better game plan. He's going to figure out that all this guy does is teep kick you, and he's going to hit him, and he's going to make it a lot easier this time.
Do you feel that there was talk between Dricus and yourself, maybe having a fight maybe later down the line, like
100%. Like I said, I got these two are fighting. I fight the winner of that. Then you have another couple other guys that are waiting in the wings, right? You got JDM, you got sitting over there, Sean Brady's still back over there, Usman. So I think maybe one more fight after that. But I beat a lot of these guys to get where I am already. So then I think 2 fights, and I'm able to call out the 185 guy.
Yeah, so Sean really busted him up with the jab last time, and the front kicks. And then when Sean took a round off or took a step back, then Dricus came back. So if Sean can keep the pressure on him for 5 rounds, I'll give Sean a big chance. But I think Dricus can mix it up more. If Dricus can shoot on him, Sean is so straight up. It always feels to me like when I watch the fights Sean is in, if you can just get a couple takedowns in, it's going to be an entire different ball game. Because he's so straight up. It must be he must always be late when somebody shoots on him, but not a lot of people shoot on him. So I think for Dricus, and I don't think I'm ruining anything of his plans because it's pretty obvious, but I think if he starts to wrestle a bit more in this fight, he'll have a good chance.
And Dricus Du Plessis versus Sean Strickland too.
Dricus Du Plessis, because I didn't see anything different. You know, I mean, I don't see anything different in the second fight, mainly because Dricus is going to continue with that same tenacity, that same fire, that same energy. I just see him doing the same thing he did before. I see Sean doing the same thing he did before. So, yeah.
2 coked out chimpanzees in a phone booth, man. Like that's the Dricus fight. Like I think honestly, that's just how Dricus fights. It's like what do you do? Like God, it's so funny because like everyone I know has ever always clowned on Dricus the way he fights. She's like, it's fucking wild. But you know what? God damn, it's effective. It's people always ask like, how is he doing this? And I tell people like it's like trying to learn to tango, but your partner doesn't know the moves. So you're like, what's happening? You're like, he's just doing shit that's not on beat. He doesn't know the moves. He didn't read the manual. And that's how it's hard to fight Dricus. You don't really know what he's doing. So I just want to see this. Like as a fan of the sport, I am kind of like burnt out on the sport a lot. Like as a fighter, I love it. You know, I love fighting. I don't really watch fights as much as I used to. But as a fan of the sport, even without my personal investment in it, I really just want to see this play out. Because it's such an awkward clash of 2 really awkward, probably the 2 most awkward people in the division fighting each other. So like, there's a lot to take away from that. It's like the short bus special. Like I'm very excited. Am I wrong though? Like Sean is awkward as to fight. That's why people struggle to fight him when you like run into each other for the first time. You're like, what is this? Like I don't know what this is. And for as awkward as Sean is, Dricus is like 4 times worse, and it's but in a different way. So like the 2 most awkward dudes in the division happen to be really good at fighting. So I just want to see it.
Should be going down.
Du Plessis and Strickland.
that's going to be a war. They don't like each other.
I mean, this is my third year, and I was just
I don't know
saying
who's
every
going to
year
win that
he's
fight.
better
Whoever,
and better
whoever
and
shows
better
up
and better. So I'm
again
excited to see what it's gonna
and
be like
pulls
in
the
there.
trigger,
Like this out
gets
here?
the job done.
Man.
But that's so many great matches coming up. I'm excited to be a fan of the sport, the greatest sport in the world.